Say, David, thank you very much for coming to the Sunday show.
Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so why go on offense? Why not keep a low profile?
Well, look, I have been in right-wing media. I've studied right-wing media for 20 years. And as early as August, I knew what was coming. We can't wish this away. We know what they're going to do. They've announced what they're going to do. The first press conference they had out of the box was about Hunter Biden. So Democrats are not putting Hunter Biden front and center. Republicans are. And we also know that this has been asked and answered in 2020. It's been investigated ad nauseum. It's been looked at by a Senate committee, by Rupert Murdoch's Wall Street Journal. They found nothing. So I met with Hunter Biden and his lawyers back in September as part of the due diligence for this project. And I came out of that, Jonathan, very confident that we are going to be able to show over time that this is nothing but a bunch of recycled conspiracy theories. And they're going to hurt themselves, I think, by investigating this, because at the end of the day, part of the story is kind of a sick politics of demonizing addiction and mental health issues, and that are in many, many families. We know that the laptop shows that President Biden was an empathetic father trying to help his son. We don't need a congressional investigation for that, Jonathan, but we're unfortunately going to have one, and we're going to have one because Kevin McCarthy can't get to 218 votes. And so he's making this corrupt bargain, all these deals on the side with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Gosar to have more aggressive investigations, to change rules. Everything they want, they're getting, the MAGA extremists. Mm-hmm. And we need to educate the public about what's behind this. That's why.
I need you to tell me more about this meeting you said you had in September.
Sure.
What you described as a due diligence meeting with Hunter Biden. And
Hunter Biden zoomed in for about 20 minutes, yes.
All right, talk more about that meeting.
So I met with his lawyer, Kevin Morris, for about 2 hours. And what I wanted to know was what would be the basis for some responses that can be made. Now, we don't know exactly what the investigations are going to put forward, but I want to be prepared. And as I said, I came out very confident that there are going to be effective responses. We are going to make those. We're not going to let the Republicans have the field to themselves. And as I said, I learned in right-wing media, no matter how crazy or wild these accusations will be, you know this, they have a way, if they're not rebutted, of seeping in to the mainstream conversation, of polluting that conversation. So we have to stem the tide of misinformation and disinformation. We have to also show what's behind this. It's partisan. Jim Jordan said it was about at CPAC, the Conservative Conference, that this is about the 2024 election of Donald Trump. Ted Cruz said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This is revenge politics. It's election denialism 2.0. They're going to go after the DOJ to deflect and obstruct the investigations of Trump crimes. The public needs to know all this. That's why we're going to exist.
So maybe I've been watching too many episodes because I've rewatched House of Cards. I was a big Scandal fan. So my imagination is very big when it comes to these things. When I see the phrase going on offense, I go down some very dark and deep holes here in terms of what that offense could look like. How far will you guys go to butt up against or rebut these investigations? Is it rebutting the stuff that comes out of these investigations, or is it focusing in on the people who are leading them and running them?
It's both, but this is an offensive posture that we're taking here. Now, we're calling it facts first, but we all know, and we're going to have to cross every T and dot every I and always have our facts in line. But we know that in this environment, facts don't always triumph. So there need to be counter narratives. The Hunter-hater narrative is out there. It's been out there for 3 years. As I said, it's nothing new. But we need our own counter narratives out there, and we need to educate the public and tell them what's behind all this. And so we're going to go on offense. Are we going to expose some of the Republicans on the committee? Sure we are.
Wow. You know what that means, David?
What does it mean?
You're going to have to come back to the Sunday show and tell us, preview what you got, because if you're here previewing the offense, then you can preview what you're going to do once the investigation starts. David Brock,
happy to.
Thank you very much
for
coming in on such short notice to the Sunday show.
Okay.